Merry Christmas to you all. In today's news, we're going to talk about a major Brics nation picking a crypto to make payments to avoid sanctions. RLUSD is a minting and being used. We're going to talk XRP price at the end.
Due to the graphic nature of this program, listener discretion is advised.
And hopefully this Christmas day is spent with loved ones and family members. Hopefully those are the same people. Just throwing it out there. Before we get into the crypto news, we go to your comments because your comments matter most because, yes, you, the viewer, are why I do this. That's why I get up early on Christmas Day to bring you the news. R. Thweesen says, and I hope I'm saying this right, Merry Christmas to you and your family. Klaus dropping support on the channel. Well, thank you very much. And Merry Christmas to you and yours, kind sir. What else do we got? P. Fennelly says, Merry Christmas, Santa Claus. Thank you for all you do for us. For real, I love doing this. This is an authentic smile on my face on Christmas morning. And thank you for the channel support. Jeremy is hanging out with us. Jeremy's saying, Merry Christmas, my friend. Well, Merry Christmas back to you, Jeremy. While the Reverend Funky from Canada, yes, Canadians celebrate Christmas. I know. We're like, yo, those barbarians up north, do they even celebrate Christmas? They do. Reverend Funky says, Merry Christmas, Santa Claus and family. Back at you, sir. PCU's coming up here in the next couple days. Bitcoin sitting at 98,390. We're going to talk about a Brics nation avoiding sanctions with crypto payments. You've been waiting for this. ETH 3467, while XP is at 228. H-bar still healthy, pulling back a little bit though at 31.1. BNB is above 700, while Sol's approaching 200. ICP healthy as well, 11.2. XLM could not hold the 40-cent move overnight. Still super close though, down 2% to 38.2. Russia's using Bitcoin for foreign trade. So no, not XRP, as all those channels out there have been lying to you, filling you with hopium. Why would they use a currency controlled by a U.S. company? Why would they use a currency that the United States could buy out like instantly? They would use BTC. Come on now, everyone. Russian companies have begun using Bitcoin and other digital currencies in international payments following legislative changes that allowed them to do it to counter Western sanctions. Sanctions have complicated Russia's trade with its major partners such as China or Turkey, as local banks are extremely cautious with Russian-related transactions to avoid scrutiny from regulators. This is what the Russian dude said. SOLANA, all right? Hopefully I said that right. As part of the experimental regime, it's possible to use Bitcoins, which we had mined here in Russia, and such transactions are already occurring. We believe they should be expanded and developed further. I am confident this will happen next year, talking about 2025. That's really important because there were a lot of hopium pumper channels out there telling you, bro, XRP and Brics, and you're like, no, it's all bullshit. And they were telling you time and time again, oh, Brics isn't, and I kept telling you no. And people were giving me hate in the comments. Well, I bring you the news, whether it's good or bad, happy or sad. There was no way Brics nations were going to use XRP. Come on now. That's centralized control, right? That's controlled by Ripple. They want to use BTC. Why? There's no one to go after with BTC. That's how you avoid sanctions. Come on now, girlfriend. Ripple's RLUSD jumps 3 million with the fresh minting. Oh yeah, we're going to be tracking it. I got it linked right here because as always, any article you see in this video along with all my others will be linked where everyone in the description below. Significant activity in the last 24 hours, according to the Ripple Stablecoin tracker. An X account tracking the minting, redemption, and transfer said, hey, another 3 million were transferred from one unknown wallet to another. And then they minted even more. Ripple minted 3 million RLUSD, adding to the circulating supply. You also had another 400,000 RLUSD minted. Right now, we're sitting at 68.2 million in total supply at $1 a piece. This is nice. I like it. This operation is part of Ripple's ongoing efforts to bolster the liquidity and utility of Ripple stablecoin. Love it. 20 million rapidly moved. That's right. People are using it. So not only are we minting it, we're using it. As reported by you today earlier, over the past 2 days, Ripple's treasury has minted and transferred roughly 17 million RLUSD. Its new product was launched in the market about a week ago and is already listed by a bunch of exchanges, and people are using it. It's awesome. Less than a dozen batches of RLUSD, some coming close to 2 million coins, were shoveled by anonymous wallets affiliated with Ripple. However, relatively fresh data from the stablecoin tracker revealed that almost 20 hours ago, even more was transferred. People are using it. This is freaking awesome. Now, it's still way early, okay? The stablecoin is ranked as 2,943rd on the coin market cap market scale. All right, let's talk about this. This is good for XRP. You know what else is good for XRP? This. Ripple's lawsuit dismissal by SEC Paul Atkins could ignite the price surge. Now, there's a date deadline. With the January 5th deadline for the SEC to file and the XRP lawsuit approaching, many experts and pro-XRP lawyers are hoping for a good outcome. If Atkins dismisses or settles the lawsuit, you could see big price gains and an ETF, along with an ICO. Garlinghouse and Ripple, though, don't need to do an ICO because they have plenty of money. So why would you want to dilute your control for money when they already have the money? Paul Atkins is pro-crypto, so he'll bring a new approach to the SEC, especially when it comes to regs. Atkins' views are more favorable to digital assets than Gensler, who will be gone on the 20th. Many in the industry, including XRP advocates like Jeremy Hogan, Frederick Spillane, and Bill Morgan, think Atkins will dismiss the lawsuit or at least settle. If that happens, that would be great. Because right now, a bunch of players want to get into XRP, but they can't because there's still a lawsuit going on. And you're like, but bro, don't they know that this is going to be over? Yeah, they do, but they actually wait for the news to happen on that day. Swinging it on over Fear and Greed, we're at 62. While altcoin season, not really, girlfriend. We're kind of swung back over into BTC dominance at 48 out of 100. Market caps at 3.43 trillion. Volume absolutely eroded, but I told you it would happen. Down 11.4%. Now, let's talk XRP specifically, because as the overall market is down 11.4%, what is XRP's volume right now? Well, I've got it up on the screen. Down 36% to 4.7 billion. And you're starting to see the price slowly pull down. This is only 5 cents here over the last 24 hours, so not worried about it at all because we're still north of the 220 mark. Now, when you zoom out, okay, this little gray bar on the bottom here, that's volume. This is nothing compared to what we had, right? Week ago, month ago. Now, compared to 6 weeks, 7 weeks ago, oh, it's way more. On average, look at this, 1.25 billion for XRP. These are 24-hour numbers. 1.53, 2.3, 1.13, 804 million. Now we're talking 4.7 billion, and some of these days, 23 billion. Some of these days, 50, 60 billion in a 24-hour period. So, price hysteria worn off, right? People have gotten past that. We've gotten past the Gensler announcement and so forth. We're waiting for January 20th. We're waiting for the SEC case, and we're waiting for RLUSD to start banging more. Beginning of the year, by the way, for RLUSD. In terms of the candlesticks, let's zoom in on them just a little bit, see if anything pops out at us. And right now, all we're seeing is the same story. Support above 220, but man, touching 250 is something we can do, but we can't hold it. As you can see over the last couple weeks, you've had a couple days where you've had action above 250, but hasn't been able to hold. Which means what? Short-term players are able to play the dips and tips, and longs are able to buy XRP cheap, sub $2 XRP cheap if you set your limits there correctly, allowing you to stack at cheaper levels than what we've seen in near time. So as long as we keep holding this through, I'm a happy guy. Santa rally? Well, I'm kind of busy delivering gifts today. I don't know if I can deliver a crypto rally all at the same time, but I'll try if I got time because, yes, it is Christmas Day, and hopefully y'all are going to have a great one. Okay, so the price isn't as hot as we would like it because I know a lot of you out there want it above the 230, above the 240 mark. But honestly, with volume coming down, during a holiday where, you know, like almost the entire globe is shutting down financially, this is awesome. This is really, really cool. Now, I'm very curious, though, on what's going to happen these next few days after Christmas. I'm sure low volume is going to continue because come Thursday, I don't think all of a sudden the world's going to wake up and go like, yeah, let's start trading everything. Friday, probably the same thing. But news could break on those 2 days that could either help or hurt us. So make sure you hit the subscribe button and notification bell so you don't miss out. Because if I'm going to be bringing you news on what, everyone? Christmas morning, you know I'm going to be bringing you news the rest of the days of the week. Now, in terms of the SEC case settling, I'm curious on this. I'm very curious what they're going to come with this because it's going to set the tone for a whole bunch of other things. Remember, it's not just XRP, Ripple, and the SEC. It's the SEC versus exchanges, the SEC versus a bunch of other companies out there. So I want to see, who do they settle with first? Where do the changes come into play? Do they even settle or do they keep the actions going? Do they dismiss them? Well, as soon as the new regime starts taking effect, I'm going to be sharing that with you because that is going to let us know exactly what we'll be looking for. And that could be mega bullish news for the crypto markets. Now, in terms of the whole Brics thing, look, I'm not trying to pee on Cheerios or anything like that, but I've heard all the dumb shit out there about XRP from these influencers. Oh, XRP and Brics. Oh, Russian stock market's using XRP. No, they're not going to use a company that's big in the United States. That is not what Russia wants. Russia does not want centralization and to pour their money into that. That's why they chose BTC. Because if you want to punish BTC, who do you go after? Like, no one, because you don't know who created it. So as long as that stays true, you're good to go. Want to go after Ripple? What do? You go after XRP and vice versa. You want to go after XLM? You go after Stellar. You want to go after TRX? You go after Tron Foundation and Justin Sun. You want to go after BTC? You sit there and go, oh, all we can do is get mad at BTC for its energy consumption and go after it with the green angle. Yeah, that's why Russia was not going to pick any specific altcoin unless they created themselves or they were using BTC. Would I have wished they would have used an alt? Yeah, but the reality is they weren't going to. And that's my promise to you. Not to fill you with hopium, not to get you to make bad decisions out there, but to bring you the news, whether it's good or bad, happy or sad, so that you can make the best choice. Garmin's telling me that I gotta hurry up and deliver the rest of the gifts to the kids that are sleeping and the hot moms that are sleeping. Hot. So, I'm gonna end the video. Choo choo bitches. Merry Christmas to you.